Day 26, Exodus 1, Exodus 2, and Psalm 25. These are the names of the son of Israel who came to Egypt with Jacob, each in his household: Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, and Benjamin, Dan and Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. All the descendants of Jacob were 70 persons. Joseph was already in Egypt, and Joseph died, and all his brothers, and all the generation. But the people of Israel were fruitful and increased greatly. They multiplied and grew exceedingly strong, so that the land was filled with them. Now there arose a new king over Egypt, who did not know Joseph, and he said to his people, "Behold, the people of Israel are too many and too mighty for us. Come, let us deal shrewdly with them. Lest they multiply, and if war breaks out, they join our enemies and fight against us and escape from the land." Therefore they set their taskmasters over them to afflict them with heavy burdens. They built for Pharaoh's store cities, Pithom and Ramses, but the more they were oppressed, the more they multiplied, and the more they spread abroad. And the Egyptians were in dread of the people of Israel, so they ruthlessly made the people of Israel work as slaves, and they made their lives bitter with hard service in mortar and brick, and in all the kinds of work in the field. In all their work, they ruthlessly made them work as slaves. And the king of Egypt said to the Hebrew midwives, one of whom was named Shiphrah, and the other Puah, when you serve as your midwife to the Hebrew women, and you see them on the birth stool, if it is a son, you shall kill him, but if it is a daughter, she shall live. But the midwives feared God and did not do as the king of Egypt commanded them, but let the male children live. So the king of Egypt called the midwives and said to them, "Why have you done this, and let the male children live?" The midwives said to Pharaoh, "Because the Hebrew women are not like the Egyptian women, for they are vigorous and give birth before the midwives come to them." So God dealt well with the midwives, and the people multiplied and grew very strong. And because the midwives feared God, he gave them families. Then Pharaoh commanded all his people, "Every son that is born of the Hebrews you shall cast into the Nile, but you shall let every daughter live." Now a man from the house of Levi went and took his wife as a Levite woman. The woman conceived and bore a son, and when she saw that he was a fine child, she hid him 3 months. When she could hide him no longer, she took him from a basket made of bulrushes and daubed him in the bitumen and pitch. She put the child in and placed it among the reeds of the river bank, and his sister stood at a distance to know that would be done to him. Now the daughter of Pharaoh came to bathe at the river. While her young woman walked beside the river, she saw the basket among the reeds, and sent her servant woman, and she took it. When she opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the baby was crying. She took pity on him and said, "This is one of the Hebrews' children." Then his sister said to Pharaoh's daughter, "Shall I go call you a nurse from the Hebrew women to nurse the child for you?" And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, "Go." So the girl went and called the child's mother. And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, "Take the child away and nurse him for me, and I will give you your wages." So the woman took the child and nursed him. When the child grew older, she brought him to Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. She named him Moses, because she said, "I drew him out of the water." One day when Moses was growing up, he went out to his people and looked at their burdens. He saw an Egyptian beating a Hebrew, one of his people. He looked this way and that, and seeing no one, he struck down the Egyptian and hid him in the sand. When he went out the next day, behold, 2 Hebrews were struggling together, and he said to the man in the wrong, "Why do you strike your companions?" He answered, "Who made you a prince and judge over us? Do you mean to kill me as you killed the Egyptian?" Then Moses was afraid and thought, "Surely the thing is known." When Pharaoh heard of it, he sought to kill Moses, but Moses fled from Pharaoh and stayed in the land of Midian, and he sat down by a well. Now the priests of Midian had 7 daughters, and they came and drew water and filled the troughs to water their father's flock. The shepherds came and drove them away, but Moses stood up and saved them and watered their flock. When they came home to their father, Reuel, he said, "How is it that you have come home so soon?" They said, "An Egyptian delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds, and even drew water for us and watered the flock." He said to his daughters, "Then where is he? Why have you left the man? Call him, and that he may eat bread." And Moses was content to dwell with the man, and he gave Moses his daughter Zipporah. She gave birth to a son, and he called his name Gershom, for I have been a sojourner in a foreign land. During these many days, the king of Egypt died, and the people of Israel groaned because of their slavery and cried out for help. Their cry for rescue from slavery came up to God, and God heard their groaning, and God remembered his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob. God saw the people of Israel, and God knew. Psalm 25. To you, O Lord, I lift up my soul. O my God, in you I trust. Let me not be put to shame. Let not my enemies exalt over me. Indeed, none who wait for you shall be put to shame. They shall be ashamed who are wantedly treacherous. Make me to know your ways, O Lord. Teach me your paths. Lead me in your truth and teach me. For you are the God of my salvation. For you I wait all the day long. Remember your mercy, O Lord, and your steadfast love, for they have been from old. Remember not the sins of my youth or my transgressions. According to your steadfast love, remember me, for the sake of your goodness, O Lord. Good and upright is the Lord. Therefore he instructs sinners in the way. He leads the humble in what is right, and teaches the humble his ways. All the paths of the Lord are steadfast love and faithfulness for those who keep his covenant and his testimonies. For your name's sake, O Lord, pardon my guilt, for it is great. Who is the man who fears the Lord? Him will be instruct the way that he should choose. His soul shall abide in well-being, and his offspring shall inherit the land. The friendship of the Lord is for those who fear him, and he makes known to them his covenant. My eyes are toward the Lord, for he will pluck my feet out of the net. Turn to me and be gracious to me, for I am lonely and afflicted. The troubles of my heart are enlarged. Bring me out of my distress. Consider my affliction and my trouble, and forgive all my sins. Consider how many are my foes, and with what violent hatred they hate me. O guard my soul, and deliver me. Let me not be put to shame, for I take refuge in you. May integrity and uprightness preserve me, for I wait for you. Redeem Israel, O God, out of the hands of trouble.
Fear God more than earthly authority. That's good. Those midwives, gotta love them. Where might God be calling you to faithfulness in unseen or ordinary moments? I don't know, in Psalm 25, Show me the right path, O Lord. Point out the road for me to follow. Lead me by your truth and teach me, for you are the God who saves me. All day long I put my hope in you.
Verse.
That was 5 and 6.
As we continue to, dive into the Word and continue to try to live for Him every day in the way that He would lead us to. Like, sometimes you can't think, like, maybe when this video is done, we'll be like, oh, that's something we could have said, like we always do, like, oh, 2020.
I mean, I guess just keep it in the back of your mind, like, to be faithful in unseen or ordinary moments, like, just letting faithfulness be.
Yeah, you're faithful in your friendships, your
big
faithfulness
part
in your marriage,
your life,
faithfulness in the covenant with God, faithfulness in the instruction you give your kids, all of that.
Mm-hmm. Number 2, how do you respond when God's timing feels slower than you expect?
Sometimes I moan and groan about it.
We are good at that.
But like the Marine Corps prepared me for that. Hurry up and wait.
I say
like, hurry up and get your stuff done, and then you're waiting on the Lord for that next step. That hurry up and wait.
Yeah, I think that the military definitely helped us perfect that, and
yeah.
I don't want to say perfect that, but like adjust, because, like you said, like we're not excited, we're moaning and like we're complaining, but
just pray that the way, just pray that for the way He leads us is like a clear path and not foggy, like that we don't see the fog in it, that it's a clear path. So we just pray for that.
What does trusting God's guidance look like in this season of waiting? Psalm 25 reflects this posture of dependence. Make me to know your ways, O Lord. Teach me your paths.
Yeah.
God often begins his greatest works in hidden obedience. Faithfulness in small, unseen moments prepares us for future calling. Waiting does not mean God is absent. It means he's shaping us for what lies ahead. I think it's looking forward. Like, we know Moses is constantly waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting in the future.
Yeah. Doesn't he have like 40 years of this and then 40 years of something else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like decades.
It's almost like there's that little flame that God gives you, right? And you're waiting for it to like engulf something into something bigger or get brighter for you to like follow it. Mm-hmm. But it's just like this little flame, and like your responsibility in that moment, like you're praying for things to move, but like
just focus on the flame.
His obedience, like your obedience isn't quite what he wants it to be. So like the only thing that you cannot do is cover the flame to extinguish it. He's not going to let it anyways, but if you darken it, it would be a lot harder to move forward. So yeah, like you said, always just watch that flame.
I mean, the Bible, I don't know where it's at in the Bible, but it literally says like the word is a lamp to our feet and then a light to our path.
Yeah.
So carry on.
Yep.
Waiting is hard, man. I teach the kids that patience is happy waiting. Not that I perfected it, but it is hard. It's a fruit of the spirit, and we all gotta learn it. So
like today, I was like waiting, you know, like staring at your phone. I was waiting for like my braids.
Yeah.
Like you were just like staring at your phone.
I was looking up keto stuff, like our new diet, our new diet stuff.
That's it for day 26. Peace.
Peace.